What's going on, everyone? My name is Security Denied, and welcome back to another Average Gamer's Perspective on the TWID, also known as This Week in Destiny. This week in Destiny, we are getting ready for our next dungeon race. Read on for all the info about Equilibrium's contest mode before it launches Saturday morning. We also have content creators fighting for their favorite syndicates and Renegades Lawless Frontier. Hopefully next week's The Dawning event brings them together after their friendly exchanges of banter and bullets. Equilibrium dungeon race this weekend. The Dawning is almost here, refreshing the new player guide, new dungeon, new Bungie rewards, cosplay Cosmodrome moves to the Flawless Frontier, hunt down the system's most wanted, join creators in Oath of the Renegades. Let's get started before the dawning snow begins to fall. The Equilibrium Dungeon race begins Saturday 9 a.m. on Saturday, December 13th. Guardians will brave the Equilibrium's Dungeon contest mode in a race to claim the world first title. Here's the trailer. Super excited for the dungeon. I think it's going to be great. The first fire team to clear the dungeon will have their victory immortalized with a set of the first of their kind engram trophies emblazoned with their names. Super sick. I think they should keep doing this. The belts are really cool. Don't get me wrong, the belts are cool, but the trophies, you could do so much cool designs, or so many cool designs with trophies to make them unique and feel a little special. Because I feel like the belts, at least for the raids, they all look the same with like the raid symbol on it. But these are sick. These are cool. Contest mode rewards. In addition to the dungeon's new loot, completing Equilibrium Dungeon contest mode offers special rewards. Defeat all encounters of the dungeon before the mode ends to claim the heirloom exotic weapon and Dredgen's Descent emblem. So here's the exotic we're going to be getting. Special exotic crossbow. First of its kind. Super sick. And there's the catalyst right down there. And then here is the emblem. That's pretty dope. That's pretty sick. It looks like a corridor in some Star Destroyer. Super cool. Contest mode will last for 48 hours following the start of the dungeon race, as with previous races. To give our servers some room to breathe, there will be no bounty or weapon leveling progress for combatants' kills below boss tier within the Equilibrium dungeon while contest mode is enabled. Normal mode difficulty will go live once a world first completion has been confirmed by the team. Tune in to Dungeon Zone early for Twitch drops and more. Evan F. 1997 and CB Gray will be hosting Dungeon Zone live from Bungie HQ on their respective channels starting at 6 a.m. on December 13th. The pre-show will feature interviews with Bungie developers, previous Dungeon Race winners, and more. Watch the official Dungeon Zone broadcast on Twitch for an hour between 9 a.m. on Saturday, December 13th to 9 a.m. on Sunday, December 14th. Earn the Paranoia pink emblem as a Twitch drop. Here's the emblem you get just for watching on Twitch. Just for watching. For our French viewers, tune in to Merge1 and Tama Usagi on Twitch to watch the Equilibrium Dungeon race in French. They will be live starting at 9 a.m. and will have Twitch drops enabled on their channels as well. Contest mode entry requirements. Must own the Renegades expansion. Fire team leader needs to have progressed their dungeon introductory pursuit, titled The Way Between, to at least step 2. The Equilibrium introductory pursuit is acquired from Honor in the Cantina of Tharsis Outpost after completing step 5 of the Renegades pursuit. A fire team of 3 players is needed to launch the activity. Fire team power will be disabled during contest mode, and players are recommended to have a minimum of 370 power level, which is going to be super easy to get to. Players below that will see their damage output reduced against the combatants and will receive increased damage from them. Yeah, so if you want to be above that, just play the legendary campaign. After the first mission, you get all 300 gear, so that's just a quick, easy way to catch up to 300, and then just run some other activities like fire team ops or solo ops, even anything that has bonus drops, and you'll get to 370 no problem at all. It gets super fast. Like, I just barely restarted my started my Titan, who hasn't even completed the Lightfall campaign yet. Let me tell you, has not completed the Lightfall campaign. And it's even worse for my Warlock haven't played my Warlock in ages. But I literally just took some of my weapons from my Hunter that were 550, put them on my Titan. Now I'm getting all 550 gear. Like, I'm just skipping straight to 550, which is crazy. So do not worry at all about getting higher tier gear, or like higher tier gear or higher power gear. It's super quick. Equilibrium Dungeon Race Rules. Here we go once again. As a reminder of the guidelines we provided for the Desert Perpetual Epic Raid race, we are carrying over to the Equilibrium Dungeon race to provide a quality viewing experience. The following will be required if teams wish to qualify for the title of World's First. At least one member of the fire team must stream the full duration of the activity. Stream outages due to fire team member hardware, internet connection, or other causes may result in the current attempt being invalidated, subject to studio discretion. Steam outages due to platform-wide connection issues will also be subject to studio discretion. We encourage multiple fire team members to stream to preempt individual stream connections interruptions. The stream must be on YouTube, Twitch, or Bilibili. The stream must be set to video on demand or VOD. If the team member wants to hide portions of their screen, they must either use the overlay provided by us, see the dungeon overlay section below, or use their own version that blocks the designated areas covered in our overlay. Team members cannot use additional overlays to block other portions of their stream, even as a joke. The stream overlay is one needed during the competition. The overlay may be edited to add your branding face, but no additional gameplay content may be covered. If you do not wish to hide portions of your screen, you do not need to use the overlay. The team member who streams cannot black out or hide their screen or portions of their screen outside the designated areas. Game audio must be on at all times during the stream, but players may mute their voice audio. The streaming team member must submit their information to us using this contact form before December 13th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Planning to participate? Be sure to sign up here and read the full official rules for the Equilibrium Dungeon race. All right, here's the disabled, good gravy, disabled items list for the Equilibrium Dungeon race. To maintain the integrity of the race and its challenges, we will be disabling the following list of abilities and gear during contest mode. Artifact perks, anti-barrier sniper rifle, kinetic rupture. Both of those are pretty good, especially the new sniper, super good. Abilities, Widow Silk aspect for hunters. Fine, I don't use Strand at all. Weapons, the Navigator Exotic Trace Rifle Catalyst. Refurbished A499 Sniper Rifle. So the sniper rifle that's really good, take it out. Uncivil Discourse Hand Cannon. Alright, fair enough. All volatile mods. Mods can still be slotted, but add no benefit in dungeon. Alright, so those are the super special mods that are super strong right now, if you did not know. So, everything listed there is going to be disabled. Not as much as I thought, but I'm excited to see what people bring into the dungeon. More items may be disabled prior to the launch of the race. Those participating can view the full and most up-to-date list there. So, yeah, if you want a more up-to-date list as we get closer to the race, it'll be there. Not swap clarification. With the dungeon race going live in just a few days, we'd like to clarify a miscommunication on the functionality of not swap. The update 9.5.0 patch notes from Tuesday, December 2nd are accurate. Swapping ammo types does not trigger not swap. The December 4th TWID has been updated to reflect this. PvE not swap had its ammo type trigger removed, as well as its orb and special/heavy ammo penalties. The description has been updated to match current behavior, as well as mentioning changing armor stats mods as being a trigger. Okay, so you can switch weapons and it's not going to be an issue. Especially if it's just ammo type. So, that'll be fine. Praxic Blade Crystal Drop details. Early on during Renegade's launch week, Eagle-Eyed Guardians were quick to notice Equilibrium is home to an extra special prize, the Dark Matter Crystal Taken, which is the Dark Blade. When set in a Praxic blade, this crystal creates a beam of brilliant dark light and has a low chance to drop on fully clearing all encounters in Equilibrium in contest mode or normal mode. So you have to complete the entire dungeon for a chance to get the crystal. The encounters do not need to be cleared in a specific order as they are independently tracked. So it's going to be similar to the most recent raid where you can do the encounters in a different order, but for a dungeon. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's kind of a little sneak peek to what the dungeon's going to be like. Progress resets weekly on each full clear. This means players are not limited to one chance per class per week, and instead will be able to clear Equilibrium repeatedly in their search for the crystal drop. Okay, so it's not just one time per class per week. You can do it endlessly. So you can permafarm Equilibrium to get the crystal drop, which is nice. That's how you keep people playing over and over again, which means it's going to be a very rare drop. Dungeon Race stream overlays from Get Wrecked. We're providing some brand new Equilibrium themed overlays with our partners at Get Wrecked that you can use. Get your hands on the whole suit or pick and choose what you like from the available assets. Players that wish to cover portions of their stream during the Equilibrium Dungeon Race may only cover the designated areas in the below template. You may also create your own overlays, but you cannot cover more than what is blocked out in the sample below. Of course, you can stream without any overlay covering anything as well. All right, so that's what you could cover. Right here and right here. So all the buffs that are going to be on the left side and all the buffs and everything else that go on up top. That's it. Cool. Sounds good to me. Overlays are available to download from Get Wrecked site or the Bungie Press site. All right, the Dawning event preview. It's almost that time of year again. Guardians Abuelita Eva Levante is heating up the cookie oven, which means that the Dawning is close. The iteration of the Dawning starts on Tuesday, December 16th, and will run until January 6th, 2026. All right. The Dawning. This looks sick. Snowball fight, baby. Let's go over how the event works. Snowball fight is here. Have you ever thought to yourself, gee, I wish I could throw snowballs at other Guardians? Ask yourself no more. This year, we have a new Crucible Ops activity, Dawning Snowball Fight, where you can live out your fantasy of the most overpowered snowball fight of all time. No weapons, no abilities, just soft powder, and after a while, a snowball super to one-shot your cool-headed rivals. Now, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. I'm excited. It looks like a good time. As in past years, snow will also be falling in several locations, allowing you to make and throw snowballs that slow, freeze, and shatter foes. The snowstorm modifier will be active in portal activities, generating snowballs upon defeating combatants. All right. Cooking cookies for your favorite Destiny denizens. Eva Levante makes her return with a cookie cooking quest. Learn how to gather questionably edible ingredients, Vex milk, acquire Essence of Dawning, and use her cookie oven to bake tantalizing treats for the stalwart heroes you know and love in the tower and beyond. Exchange baked goods across the solar system for special The Dawning themed rewards. Dog. Love the dog. In addition to 20 bakes you may know the recipes for already, we've added 2 new cookies and cookie recipients. New Dark Matter Drizzlers for Dean of the Aeonians, Caldera on Kepler or in Solo Ops. New Peanut Butter Paw Prints for Archie. Oh, Archie's getting his own cookies! Love that dog. Galler Doodles for Zavala, Traveler Donut Holes for Ikora Ray, Telemetry, Tapioca for Banshee 44, Bright Dust Snowballs for Tess Everest, Classic Butter Cookie for Eva Levante, Dark Chocolate Motes for the Drifter, Vanilla Blades for Lord Shax, Lavender Ribbon Cookies for Save 14, Elixni Birdseed for Soraya Hawthorne, Hot Crossfire Buns for Ada 1, Gentleman's Shortbread for Devram K, Blueberry Crumblers for Shahan, Starwort Thins for Elsie Bray, Etheric Cold Snaps for Varix, Infinite Forest Cake for Failsafe, Ill Fortune Cookies for Petrovenge, Strange Cookies for Zur, Ascendant Oatmeal Raisin Cookies for Eris Morn, Lucent Crunch for Finch, Neo Moon Pie for Nimbus. You might notice Lodi isn't on the cookie delivery list. Fret not, that's because you'll be posting real cookies for him during the donning in trade for an emblem. Oh, okay. More on this in next week's TWID. All right, so we get to get him real cookies. Okay, so you bake cookies in real life, and then you post them and with a certain hashtag, and you probably will get a super cool looking emblem. A lot of rewards to earn. As for the rewards, the Dawning is entering the event home for the first time, much like we did for Festival of the Lost and Solstice. There's a shader, ship, emblem, ghost shell, and more waiting for you on the event rank track, as well as weapons, of course. Alright, so here's the Sparrow, ship, and ghost shell. Ghost shell looks pretty sick. Not gonna lie. That's pretty cool. Playing Portal activities will drop Dawning engrams containing exclusive weapons like Mistral Rift, Adaptive Frame Void Linear Fusion Rifle, Permafrost Wave Frame Stasis Grenade Launcher, Fim Bullwinter Stitch Precision Frame Arc Sidearm. Alright, here is the weapons. I like the icy look, especially on the sidearm. Very good. This looks like it's going to be a rocket-assisted sidearm, so also very good. You'll get one guaranteed holofoil of each with random perks from the event rank track, and you can find more by earning Dawning engrams from Portal activities or trading in the Dawning Spirit with Eva in the tower for a Dawning engram. A new chapter for the new player guide. For some time now, we've wanted to refresh our new player guide to be more comprehensive, always available resource for the players who just recently started playing Destiny 2. The first chapter of the refresh guide, Getting Started with Destiny 2, is now available as part of Bungie Help, and we will be adding many more chapters covering gameplay basics and beyond over the next weeks. Additionally, our goal is to update it with every major release so it's always up to date. Let us know what you think, share it with your new light friends, and help us make it the best possible guide for them. Alright, so the thing you read online to learn how to play the game. Instead of doing what we should be doing, which is updating the new light experience within the actual video game. Nobody wants to go, like, let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. See, look at this. Who wants to read all this? And that's it. How to install, how to create a Bungie account, picking a name, cross save, and then all info about your class, your looks, and that's it. So no one wants to read this. What they would rather do is hop in the game and have the game teach them how to play. Isn't that how it should be all the time? Is have the game actually teach you how to play the game that you're playing? That's just my thought. Because the new light experience is dog water. It's not fun, not engaging, and you watch a actual like 2-hour long movie explaining everything that's gone on in Destiny up to this point, because not all of it's available, unfortunately. Equilibrium Dungeon Bungie rewards. The Equilibrium Dungeon launches on Saturday, December 13th, and with it new Bungie rewards to unlock. Complete the Equilibrium Dungeon by 9:59 a.m. on April 30th, 2026 to unlock the Equilibrium Dungeon hoodie and pin. Master the dungeon to complete the Praxic title by 9:59 a.m. on April 30th, 2026 to unlock the Praxic title pin Bungie rewards. All purchases, including Bungie rewards made on the Bungie store during Renegades, come with the secret weapon emblem with every purchase. All right. Here's the coat and jacket. Looks pretty sick. I like it. I like that jacket a lot, actually. I like the little ribbon thing, the little ruffles or whatever. I like these. Pin, patch, the goodies. Cosplay Commodrome moves to the Lawless Frontier. Last week introduced you to amazing cosplays of Drifter, Erismorn, Anor Mahal, and Premier Loom. This week we have cosplayers showing off Dredge and Bell by Cinderace, Boss Reeks by Tingilia Cosplay, Zephyrus Autonomous Mind by Lily Bean, and Enforcer Rao by Kami-chan83. Ooh! Ooh! Dang! Those are all good. Damn. This one's probably the coolest. The Rao one. So good. For more information and pictures of these cosplays, check out the blog post here. Hunt down the system's most wanted. If you wanted to know more about the big bad characters in Renegades and the Lawless Frontier, look no further. We partnered with 5 artists to create a suite of wanted posters featuring the most notorious characters in Renegades, presenting Dredge and Bell by Valonia, Premier Loom by Volta, Enforcer Rao by Casey Rue, Boss Reeks by Shessa Bubadino, and Zephyrus Autonomous Mind by Rakrufi. Alright, here they are. They've all got 7. They're all 7-something reward, because Bungie loves that number 7. Check out this blog post here to see the posters and learn a bit more about the artists, as well as the history and motivations of these outlaws. Alright, join creators in Oath of the Renegades. If you're having fun in the Lawless Frontier, join us for an out-of-game creator-led activation where you can pledge your allegiance to or betray chosen content creators who serve as syndicate leaders. Choose between the espionage-focused Totality Division, the Anarchist Pikers, or the gambling Tharsis Reformation. In Oath of Renegades, a selection of content creators from around the world have become lieutenants for one of 3 syndicates. If you'd like to support them or be a part of the team, please sign up on the Oath of Renegades website, link your Bungie.net account, and pledge your allegiance to your chosen creator so you can help them and their syndicate earn points. The lieutenants will have prizes to give out if their syndicate comes out on top, and at the end of each of the day, prizes include Year of Prophecy collector's editions, inclusive unreleased Renegades themed displays, Renegades game codes, back-to-basic emblems, and more, so pledge wisely. Of course, you can also choose to betray your lieutenant. If you betray them, you'll carry over some challenge points to your new lieutenant, but you'll also lose 15% of your points when you betray them. Weigh up your options before you go down to the backstabbing route. Finally, at the end of the event, the winning Creator Syndicate will unlock an emblem for the entire Destiny 2 community to adorn in 2026, which we'll share more information about soon. The lieutenants will each be streaming for 2 hours on these dates between these times, so stay tuned to their individual social platforms for their specific stream times and more information. Alright, there's all the times, so choose wisely, backstab as you wish. Here's a full list of lieutenants for each syndicate below. I'm not going to read all of them, but Totality Division is the one you want to align yourself with, by the way, so just a thought. All of Tharsis, the Pikers, who will you support in the Territory War? Alright. That's our penultimate TWID for 2025. 1 week into Renegades has seen Guardians joining Drifter's motley crew, equipping and customizing their Praxic blades and staking their fortunes in the Lawless Frontier. This week also introduced Vanguard Alerts to the mix, a new feature bringing a set of activity playlists that grant great rewards. Be sure to dress warmly and with excellent fashion choices for the dawning next Tuesday, and we'll see you this Saturday for the start of the Equilibrium Dungeon Race, Destiny 2 community team. Alright, that is this week's TWID. Got a lot of info. Super excited for the dungeon. I hope it's really good. I'm excited for this crossbow. I'm excited to see exactly what it does, especially with the high explosive rounds. Yeah, there's a lot coming up. I'm excited for the dawning as well. Snowball, Crucible fights are going to be pretty fun. looks like a 3v3 game mode. So yeah, that is everything for this TWID. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below, if you're enjoying Renegades and what you're excited most about upcoming events and just anything upcoming in Destiny. Thank you all for coming and watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!